Welcome to Kitty Eversea, a fun world of stories, silly moments, and awesome adventures. Laugh, learn, and explore new cultures every week. Join us in
Lili, the butterfly's adventure. In a garden full of colorful flowers and warm sunlight lived a little butterfly named Lili. Her wings were purple with spots iru, making it look like a glittering jewel among the flowers. But Lili is not an ordinary butterfly. She has a very great curiosity and dreams higher than the clouds. Every morning, Lili flew around the garden, greeting the bees, ants, and dragonflies. However, in her heart, she always felt there was something bigger outside the small garden where she lived. "I want the world," he murmured one day. "I want to explore the forest, climb mountains, and perhaps meet a rainbow up close." His friends laughed. "Little butterflies like us are only enough to fly from flower to flower," said the bee. But Lili still believed that she could be more than that. One day, the wind whispered softly, "If you want an adventure, fly east when the sun rises. The world will open the way." Lili was determined. Tomorrow morning, she would begin a great adventure. That morning, with a pounding heart, Lili flapped her wings and flew east. She left. He passed through his small garden, passed through the flower field, and finally arrived at a dense forest. Sunlight was blocked by tall trees, and strange sounds could be heard from various directions. In that forest, Lili met a big caterpillar named Bobo. Although its body looked frightening, Bobo was actually very friendly. "Where are you going, Lili?" he asked while chewing a leaf. "I am on an adventure," Lili answered. "Syria. I want to see the world." Bobo smiled. "Then be careful. In the deepest part of this forest, there is an owl that can answer one important question, but the path is not Muda." With Bobo's help, Lili passed through thorny bushes, giant spiderwebs, and a small river current. Finally, she met the wise owl named Omo. With big eyes and a soft voice, Omo said, "I will answer your question, but first you must help other creatures first." Lili's adventure has just begun. Lili's first task is to help an ant that is lost. The ant's journey. The ant's name is Mina, and she was separated from her group while looking for food. Lili flew low, guiding Mina past the tree roots and back to the ant colony. The ants were very thank and give Lili a small flower as a token of friendship. The second task came from an old frog named Gulu. Gulu lost his voice and could no longer sing at night. Lili flew to the grassland to look for a special plant that could cure the voice. She faced strong winds and heavy rain, but finally succeeded in bringing the plant back. Gulu also. Isa sang again, and Lili danced to its rhythm. When Lili returned to the owl Omo, she had learned something, that helping other creatures made the adventure more meaningful. Omo smiled. "I will answer your question, Lili. The world, this was, but there are many beautiful places out there, but true beauty is in a heart that wants to share." Lili continued her journey, this time to the high mountains covered in snow, old air making its wings tremble, but it continued flying. On the mountain slope, it met a small bird named Nara, who was afraid to fly down the steep slope. Lili then accompanied it, showing that it can be overcome together. At the top of the mountain, Lili saw a world so vast, clouds like cotton, rivers shimmering like silver, and a rainbow appeared in the distance. It was a sight that this is what she dreamed of. However, as she was about to approach the rainbow, a strong wind suddenly came. Lili was tossed about and lost her way. She was lost in a thick fog and began to feel alone. In the middle of in that scene, Lili heard voices from her new friends. Mina, Gulu, and Nara's voices gave encouragement. She remembered everything she had gone through, all the creatures she had helped. With strength, with hope, Lili flapped her wings and flew out of the fog. After a long journey, Lili decided to return to the garden where she came from. Now, the garden looked different not because Tehi's place changed, but because Lili had changed. His friends were surprised to see him again. "We thought you wouldn't come back," said Bee. "We were wrong about you," Lili smiled. "The world out, sana luar biasa. Tapi rumah adalah tempat terbaik untuk berbagi cerita." He began to tell his adventures about the forest and owls, about ants and frogs, about mountains and rainbows. Every creature in the garden listened with full amazement. Lili became an inspiration for everyone. Now, the young butterfly who used to only dream has become a storyteller who teaches courage to good and hope. Years passed. Lili is now a wise old butterfly. She doesn't fly as far as before, but the garden is always crowded with young butterflies who want to hear her story. What does it feel like to meet a rainbow?" asked a small caterpillar. "It feels like seeing hope and courage unite in the sky," Lili replied with a smile. She taught the caterpillars to dream big, the bees to work together, and the ants to never give up. And when spring came again, the flowers bloomed not only because of the sun, but because of Lili's spirit living in every new butterfly wing. The end.